Hello guys, Jack here. Welcome back to Thronefall. If you haven't seen my other videos on this channel, this game's awesome. It's a tower defense game, but you also have a character that you move around which does damage. You build a bit of an eco to get gold, which you spend on upgrades. And you don't only have towers, you also have these spearmen like you can see I positioned. You can buy archers, and for each of those units there's 4 different varieties. And they recently did a tower update as well, so now you can see I have the base tower up on that hill, but you can upgrade it for 5 gold, and then there's 4 different variants you can choose from. After you do that, however, there's another 4 different variants you can make. So I don't know what level math you've done, but you can get some permutations. And here's our information. If you're interested, you can go ahead and pause, but the stripped down version is we're doing 2 challenges, which give the enemy plus 75% speed and plus 75% damage. For our bonus perks, we have more tower and archer range and damage, but this comes at the cost of my character here doing less damage. Speaking of my own character, here's my king. Looks pretty fresh, and I'm going for the magic staff. You can see I shoot bolts of lightning, which deal not too much damage, but if there's an enemy that's like a medium distance away, can't be touching, it chains the lightning, so you can end up dealing a lot of damage. My special power is dropping a kind of like magic bomb, which goes off after a few seconds and does reasonable damage even with my debuff. So you can see here we started off, I got those spearmen, which I'm using again now to block the way. Tower. And here I've gone for some gold mines. So gold mines give you, they cost 5, but then after a few nights they give you 5 gold, but then each night after that they reduce the amount of gold they give you until they exhaust themselves, which makes sense, you know, it's like they're mining all the gold. And here I thought I finished the map, but I ran up north and then there's, oh shit, there's like 20 archers, but not too bad. Anyways, after that, I went for an upgrade on my town center, get myself to level 2, which lets me put a mill. Well, I can put a mill anyways, but mills are kind of useless unless you're level 2 because you can upgrade them. And if you go for the improved field, you can get some really good gold. Here you go, we're already on day 4. You can see the upgrade I got for my town center was the builder's guild, I think, which changes a level 1 house into a level 2 house every night and gives me some health. It's just a fine one, but for this map I didn't feel like doing any of the other ones, and it's just easy and ensures that you have a good eco. And here we go, I come out here to do some work, but I didn't realize they have like these little snail guys, which are like royal hunters, and they do crazy damage, but just to you. So unfortunately I get bodied, but it's okay, my gate holds up pretty decently. My archers do a pretty good job, and most of them are dead already. Unfortunately, I do take out my gold mine, which is annoying because obviously if your building is destroyed during the night, it won't produce any income. I really enjoy that when it turns to day and all the gold trickles towards you from all the different income sources. It's pretty satisfactory. And here you go. Here's the new upgraded tower. So you can see there's 4 different options. They range from like just standard tower with a little bit more health and shoots a bit quicker to like a sniper tower, which has more damage, longer range, but goes slower. An armored tower, which it doesn't take any damage for the first 5 seconds after it receives a hit. And it has a lot more HP, but that's all it has. And then there's also a really cool one, which is like a bunker tower. It starts off with like nothing really, just a bit more health, but every time it hits an enemy during a night, it becomes like a machine gun and fires up quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker until it's firing really fast, which I think is a really fun upgrade. I like it. I'm really am a big fan of the tower update. I think it was a good move, and it gives you a little bit more freedom. And there's enemies coming from the north, so I decide I probably want to get myself a fence on this side to defend myself. Maneuvering some archers around and upgrading this one. And here you go, I can go for the sniper tower here because as you can see, it's on the ridge up here and a little bit far from the action, so by giving it the sniper, it has a little bit more reach. This game, it has some pretty good success. It's only made by 2 developers, and it's way different than their first game. I played their first game just by chance, and it's pretty funny. It's almost like a Roblox kind of game in art style. but you're basically in like a wingsuit flying around and trying to do cool maneuvers and getting points. And then they come out with this, which is so much different. And I just happened to notice it was by the same devs. And I think they've had some really good success. I think they've sold quite a few copies, and I'm happy for them. I think it's nice that we live in an era where, I mean, if you really want to, you can teach yourself how to make a game. And if you're lucky, or if you just make a really good product, you can sell hundreds of thousands of copies without too much difficulty and not even that much expense. A lot of the licenses for the software to make games like this, or even like way better looking games like with the Unity engine, you can actually get for free, which is bonkers, I think. So you can see we got a two-pronged assault coming at us here. We got the ogre with some archers and rolly balls coming from the west, and then from the southeastern passage, just a bunch of horse riders. But we have a pretty good defense system on both of them. Unfortunately, we do lose our mill, so no income for us. And you got to make sure that you're always building houses when you have the Builders Guild, otherwise it won't do anything for you. I was upgrading to level 3 and taking a look at the options, and another rework they've done is how the final level 3 upgrade that reduces costs work. Before, it would just reduce the cost of every upgrade by 1 each night. Now it just gives you a flat fee. If you have, it doesn't give you any discount to the like erecting a structure for the first time, but if you have a wall up or a tower, and it's the first level, like these ones over to the left of my character here, these wooden ones, it will reduce the upgrade cost by 2. So it will cost 3 gold instead of 5 gold to upgrade your tower to level 2. And if you have the level 2 tower already, like I do up on that hill, it costs 10 gold instead of 15 to upgrade it to the final level. So that's kind of cool. I think it's actually better. And it's nicer for maps that are a little bit shorter. So there you go. 3 costs for the wooden towers and 10 for the 15. I gotta tell you, I was hustling there trying to make sure I had the numbers right, if you couldn't tell by my voice. I think this is honestly, I don't know why. Maybe it's just the palette of the art and just the map. I just really enjoy it. It's very satisfying. Some of the other maps are pretty good too, but I do enjoy this. Our defenses here are just absolutely creaming on the enemy on this side, so I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm really needed here. Let's check down here. These horses aren't doing anything either. We'll check the other side. These guys are held up down here, but just as I come over to check, the unit that was down there holding them off died, so it was actually good to come over here. I don't think they could have done anything, but it's nice that I can prevent them from attacking any of my farms, because, you know, I want that money. I kind of like how the map is divided too. On some of my other playthroughs, I haven't really used the mines that much, but I think they actually are a really good buy, and they really enhance your movement. It makes it really easy to jump around between, because if you haven't noticed, you can walk into a mine and it will teleport you to the next mine in the chain. This northern area is cool too. I think it has a really nice defensive perimeter. It has that ramp going up to the north, and so if you drop some archers on it, they can just bombard the enemy the whole time they spawn until they reach the gate. And here we go. We have our first siege unit spawning. You can see it takes a shot here. It lands on the tower, but it just triggers a shield and doesn't take any damage. It also blocks the second boulder from the other catapult that landed, and so it didn't actually end up taking any damage. If I hadn't have had that armored tower, those 2 boulders would have actually totally destroyed that tower, and we might have had a bit of a different outcome over here. Unfortunately, the mill was destroyed, but better than my base being destroyed, right? Go for the mill upgrade, get a bit more money. Feeling pretty secure on this flank, and I mean, there's also the fact that no mobs are spawning over here. And I do some troop maneuvering. I think that's a nice combo. I'm figuring that when they break the gate, they'll go for that armored tower first, so hopefully it can soak up some damage, while the bunker tower deals a little bit more damage before it dies. And here we go, night 11 out of 12. You can see that's a whole lot of ogres. Get right in with Shrek, huh? And you can see they just absolutely plow through the wall, and they just start destroying all the towers. I was hoping maybe I get some money from that farm, but it doesn't look like it. And I go back and drag some more troops because if you remember, I'm not the one dealing most of the damage with my buildings and archers. You can see they see me, the king, they see my shiny gold crown, and they come down towards me, which is useful because it lets towers deal some more damage here. And pretty good. They went through the eastern, outskirts here, but we don't have anything too valuable besides, some farms, so all good. And here we go, the last day. I think this is a sweet combo, the armored tower, so it has more health and it gets that shield again. And then the oil. So when it gets hit and there's enemies underneath it, it can drop burning oil on them because I think it's going to have a lot of dudes. So it's good. Here I just go for the default because the other ones are a little bit too specific, and I think this is good. And one thing I haven't done is try the medic tower, which I think might actually be good, but I'll save it for another playthrough and see what happens. Maybe with a hero, some maps have those hero units with the tanky guys, and so you can target that. And I thought that was great. All the Vikings guys just jump over the ledge and just absolutely body that unit. And so on this last night, the enemies are coming from all 4 directions. I'm patrolling around, seeing if anyone needs my help. Everything seems to be holding okay. The ogre comes through, and you can see alone, not too scary, but if there was like 2 more of them, probably would have broken down that gate. At this point, I'm like, okay, I've been here a while. This side seems to be doing okay. I think I should go check the other sides. And I get caught up on the rock, and then I get caught up on the gate. Don't have the best pathfinding, I suppose. I looked over on the other sides. It seemed okay. Everything was holding. Come back and check the north. Pull my archers behind the wall. They're fine. Let's see what's happening here. And you can see I get caught on the gate in the same spot. The northern walkway seems okay. And then there's a big push coming from the south. That's a shit ton of ogres. I have a perfectly planted magic bomb though, which makes me happy. And then they walk right through my barricade, doesn't do anything. Alright. Plow through my wooden gate like it's nothing. I pull my archers back so hopefully they don't die. And then with that, the ogres are already dead. Not too hard at all. This is only the 2nd level in the game, and I'm pretty far advanced, so I have the ability to have 3 perks at once instead of just like 1 when I think you do this level at the same time, and some pretty powerful ones. But this was really enjoyable. I had a good time doing this level. I'm glad I got the challenges done, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you had a nice time, consider subscribing. Puts a grin on my face. Take care, guys. Have a nice day.